Oh, holy crap. I've literally only just started, already getting a raid. And I keep running over the cord for my microphone. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Oh my god, it's a Bexplore raid. And Bex subscribed for 32 months. Oh, Bex, thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's up, Parker? How you doing? Oh, and Quinn. Oh, Quinn, 44 months, my dude. Amazing. Thank you so much. That has started a hype train. Anyway, who we got? Okay, hello Kenny. Hello Shelley. Shelley got first. Well done. Hello Piffle. Yes, I did actually know that I'm live. Who else we got? Garden. Hello Garden. Yes, I do know that I'm streaming. Hello Gannon. How are you? Poopy butthole. Thanks, Bex. Hello Quinn. Hello Raiders. Ozhef, hello. Are you sure you're live though? Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Hard to tell. Oh, well, happy birthday, Parker. For 3 weeks ago. Happy birthday. Obi Hi, hello. Welcome. Long time, dude. How are you? Yes, thanks, Danny. Thanks. Your streak died? Oh, Garden. Oh. Been a while, so I'll mention again, just Oz is fine. Oh, yes! Oz. I apologise. Yeah, just make the camera close enough. That's better. Hello. It's been 22 days, you already hate it? I mean, what's different from 22 days ago? Don't apologise, it's been a very hot minute. It has of, but that's absolutely fine. Thank you for being here. Lovely to see you. I hope you're well. Obi, good. Life is good, although all over the place now, but there are some changes here and there. Happy to catch up to all of you. Fantastic. I'd love that. So ready for my bedtime story again. Good. Welcome, Shelley. Just getting prepared for my move back to Japan. Back to Japan. Oh, nice. That's exciting. As Shelley. Shelley with a 3-month subscription. Thank you. Has it been 3 months, Shelley? Holy crap. We're always happy you're here. If you're here, that means you're not out there giving cocaine to bears, and that's a good thing. That's true. The mug? Yeah, the mug is... It's one of my favourite mugs. He's a distinguished gentleman, is this dog.
Nifty! They are nifty. They're nifty gifties.
Bex! Bex, thank you so much for the gift sub to Panda Alvi. I remember them a while ago. Mugging is not okay? No, mugging is not okay, but mug is okay. Oh, also, I need to move my camera. Hang on. Boop, 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 boop. There. Just so you can see what I'm actually up to next. Mug 'em. Mug 'em. Is it? It is if you're the mugger. Well, I suppose. Also, this place has still been having issues, and I've traced the issue back to this place not having a buffer for the iron ore that's going in. That's the problem. That's the problem. So the very first thing I want to do tonight is fix this place. I'm going to put in a buffer for these for the iron ore. Could be saving your family, you don't know. That's true. That's true. Is it? I thought that is the illegal part, not getting mugged. Well, I mean... Getting mugged is not illegal. Not getting mugged is also not illegal. The crackling's back? Ah, oh, man. Let me real quick check the event log and see if it shows anything for that exact moment. I'm very curious. Time is it? 7:35. No, nothing in applications, nothing in system. Interesting. Okay. Nothing was said about illegal. True. True. Yeah. So, despite me having, I thought, fixed my computer, it did crash a couple of days ago. So I'm still figuring out what the heck is going on. Hey, Pip, thank you for the bits. Once upon a time there was a king called Gumstitch. Now Gumstitch was a rather foolish king, but a surprisingly smart one. Can't be me then. One day his kingdom rallied in the streaks? Oh, watch streaks? With a scream in the crowd. They screamed for the king to build them a horse, a very large... Oh, the horse. I'll get back to the horse. Could be the crackling's just a separate issue. It could be. It could be. I'm... No idea. All it means to be foolish is to be on the start of a journey. That's it. Oh yeah, what about the horse? I haven't forgotten about the horse. I just haven't had time to do any planning for the horse yet. So, for now, the horse does not exist. And I'm not continuing with the horse yet. I have to figure out how to make the horse. Have not had a chance to do that. Yeah, the crackling could be... No, Bex, I'm working on it. It just requires planning. The crackle could be a completely unrelated issue. The crackle could be... Who knows? There could be, right, so many driver-related issues with this installation of Windows. Pinky swear? Yes. Hello, Pi. How you doing? This is the part of the story where the king gets booed at and has tomatoes thrown in his castle. No. Yeah, it could be that I need to do a fresh install of Windows, like completely wipe the drive that it's on and do a complete from scratch installation of Windows. People, I'm off to the kitchen. Lunch isn't lunching itself. Have fun. No worries, Gannon. Have a good one, mate. Enjoy your lunch. Not letting him forget. I'm memeing him every day with horses. He is. He has been. Peter, the horse isn't here. Oh, hell yeah. We got a hype train. Thank you, everybody, for contributing to that hype train. We have a hype chest. I wonder what we're going to get in it. That's the only things that were connected to this, yeah? Yeah. So those two still powered. Yep, good. Alright, I'm going to lurk and be lame because I'm peopled out. No worries, Piff. I totally understand. Thank you for being here at all. Oh, I've collected all level 1 emotes. How about that? Which means I don't get one. Oh, poop. Well. Training new people and too many dentist trips make Piff an antisocial brat. That's very valid. Actually, Piff, before you go, I'm having basically that exact issue right now at work. Because we had some new people take over in a very specific role. And, you know, we all assumed that they were going to receive proper training from the proper people. And after they started, and this is all because the people they've replaced were really bad at their job. And after they started coming to myself and my colleagues asking us really basic questions. And we thought, oh, this isn't a good sign. Who trained you? Turns out the people we got rid of who were terrible at their jobs trained them because the company didn't want to spend the money on getting someone competent to train them. What was even the point? What was the point? Blind leading the blind. Sounds about right. Yeah. It's kind of doing our heads in, you know? Why? Why would you do this to us? Anyway, enjoy your lurk, Piff. Thank you for being here. Oh, that reaches. Oh, nice. Is that clipping at all? It's not clipping. Oh, love that. You're doing great, sweetie. Thanks, God. Tempted to pull one of the newbies aside and make sure she understands things because they teamed her with a very questionable trainer. Oh no. Collected all the level 1 emotes. Life got hard. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough, Oz. It's rough. How am I meant to continue like this under these conditions, you know? Okay. Cool. This should, theoretically, solve the problem. I can also, now that I have the faster belts, I can now actually increase the speed of the mines that are here, increase the output. I could pump it up to 250% overclock, but that's not necessary yet. Hey, Paul! It's the season of Gumstitch. I hope so. How you doing, man? That should solve the problem, I think. That should solve the problem. Okay. I'm still not done with this place. I'm not going to do the tunnels or the decorations here yet. Tonight we're going to work on that new factory I was working on last time. The crystal oscillator factory. I just wanted to make a pit stop here to get this working better. Because this is the one hiccup for this factory. Is this line isn't getting enough copper ore and it's causing slowdowns in the rest of what's above. Honk. This should have come back with the regular amount, but because we had the buffer there, it should now be full. By the time this train gets back there, it should have more in it than it did last time. Theoretically. So it's kind of strange to me that these have no sound effects whatsoever. Okay, so we're to there. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got to 5 or 6 there. Let's see how much it brings on the next trip. Thanks, Garden. See how much it brings on the next trip, and then we're going to head over to the other factory. Shouldn't take too long. Did someone say sound effects? Oh god. What have I done? Got Space Toad Cat. Space Cat. So far, no one's organically gotten the zombie one. The photo mode tool in this is so good for just seeing in the distance. I don't think that's what they intended it for, but it's very good at that. Okay, so it's currently empty. Actually, I can just look at this. Has that got less in it? Has that got less in it than usual? Go to bed early. Hope you have a good stream. Thanks, Specs. Thank you for the raid. Have a good sleep. That's concerning. For a second, that was a roughie. Oh, god damn it. Last stream was perfectly smooth. There were no issues. Why are there issues tonight? I don't get it. Did you remember to knock on wood? What if it's a decibels thing? It shouldn't be. And if it was that, it wouldn't be so random. This is starting to back up though, which is a good sign. Okay, so they're all fine. It really is just this one. Well, we're back in business. Okay. Well, I'm going to let that fill up because they've all got to fill up. All the lanes have got to fill up and back up before I'll really start seeing if it's fixed or not. That's going to take some time. So we're just going to head over to the new build and continue on the new build. This place will sort itself out. Or it won't. Time, Mr. Freeman? This needs to change immediately. There we go, fixed. May as well fix other things while I'm here. Done. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm just trying out black for black concrete for these builds. Just seeing how I feel about it. Now, it's entirely possible that it's software that's causing the issue. Might need to do a fresh install of Windows. It's, you know, it's possible. Or it's the RAM, or it's the motherboard. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, hey. We'll grab that while we're here. So we've got an ad break coming up in about 3 minutes. I'm going to use that opportunity to go to the bathroom, I think. And then we'll be back. May as well collect things along the way. They're all necessary. Oh, there's another one. Oh, don't mind if I do. Hover pack for a second, now it's fine again. The crackles. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's no pattern to it. There's no pattern to any of it. It's driving me insane as well, dude. It's driving me crazy. How intermittent issues are the worst issues you could possibly have, because how the heck do you fix something if you don't know what's causing it? Is this train here? No. Shame. Because that would make getting back so much easier. Oh well. Yep, there goes the train. I wonder. I can hear little crackles, little crackles in the atmospheric music. There it is. I was going to say, where did I leave this giant floating concrete slab? Found it. Okay. Very good. Is there anything else that it could be? Happens during streams and not off stream. Maybe one of your OBS stream media files are particularly heavy and not getting unloaded. I don't know. Immediately after I replaced the CPU and for the days after that, everything was real good. The day that it crashed a couple of days ago, which was like post good stream, there was some crackle, a little tiny bit of crackle when I was playing offline. Just a little bit of crackle for like half an hour. Every now and then there'd be little tiny little pops, and then it crashed. It's worse while streaming. Alright, let's see what happens if I get Satisfactory Modeler going as well, because I need to know what I'm building. Okay. Alright, so we are working on this. Working on this tonight. Yes, this. Okay. What have I already done? The smelters. Okay, that's the smelters. Smelters are done. So that's those done. So now we're doing these. 28 of them to do the copper stuff. I think I should make it 2 rows. And then we have 2 rows of those. Yeah. Okay, 2 rows of 14, 2 rows of 7. That's all that easy. Okay, 2 rows of 14. And these are the copper ones here. So I have the copper stuff over here. What way are they outputting? That side. That's alright. We can work with that. Actually. Yeah, we just have one input belt and then they all split off that. Okay. 2 separate outputs. Yeah, that's right. We could do all this stuff on one floor and then all of that stuff on the next floor, I think. Hey, Odo! Hello! How you doing, man? Haven't seen you for ages. Hey, long time no see. Doing alright? Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Genuinely, every time I stream, I'm like, I wonder if Odo will show up tonight. Every time. Every time. Okay, so I've put them here, then I can have them go around that way. Currently writing a primitive web browser in C because I'm unemployed and have too much time. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. So, 14 and into that. Yeah, this whole floor could be copper. Next floor will be iron. Floor above that is the finished products. Okay. Yeah, then we can spiral it around. That's easy. That's easy. Try and show up more often then. That'd be great. No pressure. No pressure. But you are missed. And I often think back, honestly, I've thought back to that time when we had the discussion on stream about water falling under the criteria for lava. And how at first I wasn't quite on board. And I looked back at that and I thought, oh, I wonder if Odo just thinks I'm really stupid so he doesn't come by anymore. Okay, 2 rows of 14. It's not that. I didn't think, I genuinely didn't think it was that. But, you know, there's a part of the brain that's just like, huh, I wonder. Okay, so these are going to be making wire. Mostly check Twitch later during the day. Much to all our dismay, the Earth is round. Yeah, bloody. What do you call them? Time zones. Bloody time zones. Actually, I think I've got something in blueprints for this. I do. Oh, that's handy. Okay. Well, you get out of my sight. There we go. We've got something for it immediately. Wire? I hardly know her. Thanks, Garden. Garden, how are you? The Earth is a dodecahedron with an egg bulge at the top. It's an oblate spheroid. And that's a fun word. Well, compound word. 2 words? Hyphenated. No, 2 words. But hey, Binodo, you say you're unemployed now. Is that by choice or by circumstance? Have I got those facing the right way? Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh no. Oh no, suddenly this isn't enough space. Oh, it'll do fine. It'll do fine here. That going the right way? Yes, good. It's a banana. It is a banana. Been unemployed for over a year at this point. First by choice, now by circumstance. Oh, I see. Out of curiosity, why company did layoffs, decided to take the severance payment instead of applying for positions elsewhere in the company, but the Finnish economy is in shambles. Ah. Yes. I see. I reckon Finland needs to get back into the mobile phone game and bring the Nokia 3310 back, and then you'd be right. You'd be fine. I'm good, was going to clean, didn't get to it, went to the lab, came back, did a 3K walk, found the lizard, have since been making a loom out of a bunch of pins and cardboard. Ran out of pins. Cool, Garden, I love that. Were you intending to make a loom, or is this like a spur-of-the-moment decision? Side quest vibes? Yeah, a day of side quests. That's what Garden has had today, a day of side quests. I hate that. I hate that. Kenny, I love that they've added in the fact that you can daisy chain machines together, but the bloody these things, the lights to tell you whether they're active or not, on most of the machines, they're in the way. So if you daisy chain them, it goes through the light. I hate that. I hate that so much. A little bit of both. I've been meaning to, wasn't intending to make it today because my template is only half done, but I'm doing it now. Cool. Must be new. Yeah, it's in the 1.2 update, and you've got to unlock it in the MAM. You can daisy chain machines. You can always do it like across them, like bang, 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 bang. But like the lights being in the way just ruins it. I think on smelters it's not in the way. Yeah, on smelters it's offset. And on some of the other machines it's offset, but on the constructors it's not. So we do it this way. awful. It is awful. It is awful. They brought in something the community has been asking for forever and don't retrofit anything so that it actually works. Got to make a mod to move the lights 5 centimeters to the side. Yes, exactly. These, yeah. Exactly. Alright, well, anyway, that's those set up. Now, how many did I need for the... Only 14. Okay. 2 rows of 7. That's easy enough. Did I have a blueprint for that? That's not the one that I wanted. I think it's copper cable, isn't it? Okay, I never made a blueprint for it. That's fine. That's fine. How much is it going to produce? 420. Cool. Alright, well, may as well put it here, I guess. May as well. What was this one for? Cable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mod to move the lights on top of the power connector. That's actually a pretty good idea too, honestly, and would make a lot of sense. I understand why they put them either side, because it's like balance. I know they're not exactly symmetrical, but it's for balance, visual balance. But it would make more sense to have this on top of that. You're absolutely right. Okay. Hello. How you doing, Vendetta? So, Odo, what time is it in Finland right now? Hello. Hello, N4K. Join the Helldivers. Did N4K, did someone put you up to that? Did someone by the name of Shelly put you up to that? Because Shelly is desperate for me to play more Helldivers. Doing alright? That's good. That's good. It's 1:13. Oh, cool. Okay. Time zones are weird. Which way do I want these to go? I think that way. Do it? Nah. I'm good with this. I am good with this. Tell me about it. Dealing with time zone localizations is one of the worst things to do in software. Oh yeah. It's... Shelley, are you saying that it's 3:15 PM for you right now? I don't think that's correct. Freedom and democracy, yeah. It's Especially when you got joke time zones like Newfoundland, UTC 3:30 during standard time and UTC 2:30 during daylight savings. We've got a handful of states here in Australia that do daylight savings and a handful that don't. We also have like states. We've got what, 1, 2, 3. I guess technically 4 states, 5 even, that are all in the one time zone, but 2 of them do daylight savings and 2 of them don't. And then we've got a time zone on the other side of the country for WA that's 2 to 3 hours behind the East Coast, depending on time of year. And then you've got South Australia that's a half-hour difference from New South Wales. Yeah, I know you are, Shelley. It's okay. 5:15 a.m. where you are, Vendetta? Oh, good morning. Yeah, and in my job, in my day-to-day job... Wait, that's meant to be a merger. Have I made a... No, that's a splitter, that's right. In my day-to-day job, I talk to people from WA all the way to New Zealand, and some people in some Southeast Asian countries, but mainly WA, SA, New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, Tasmania, Canberra, and New Zealand. And they're all on different times. If I had to schedule a meeting with somebody from a different state, I just tell them to call me whenever. What is this? Yeah. Body decided 4:30 a.m. was time to wake up. Oh, dude. Lately, I've been waking up at 3:30 a.m. every morning. No idea why. Just 3:30 a.m. Boom. I'm wide awake. A couple of times I've dealt with that by coming out into the lounge room here and trying to tie my... maybe it's menopause, who knows. That's, my cat's always quite happy when I get up at 3:30, because she's like, ooh, you're up. Let's play. And try to get back to sleep, either in bed or on the couch. 3:30 a.m. zombies? You might actually be a cat. Maybe. Hello, Gradgar. How you doing? Manopause? I don't think we need to give a man name to everything. I don't think we need to continually make everything about us. Okay, but it's funny though. It is. It is. How you doing, Greggar? What's cracking? Wonder Woman man? That's really funny, actually. The Manosphere taking over all of DC Comics. Terrible, 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 terrible. You're all good? You good, Gradgar? That's good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Okay. So, let's get these going. Spider-Ben. Pay track all you want. Satisfactory is still run by a woman, Ada, and research is done in the MAM. And the player character is a woman as well. Which is pretty cool. black can manery. It's a stretch, but I'll give it to you, Kenny. Oh my god. That. Thank you. Okay. Copper wire. Copper cable. Tell you what, cross-hatch power setup is a lot easier than doing power poles. Boom. That was so easy. That was so easy. You come out. You go to there. Good. Had first-person blindness. Yeah, as we all do. As we all do. What's a stretch is coming up with memorable female comic characters? I feel like there's a society message in there. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Okay. There's a really good cartoon series, but like cartoon series aimed at adults, called Final Space, I think. I think it's Final Space. Final Space. Yes, Final Space. It's really good. Yes, the main character is male, but the female characters all have their own agency and their own stories going on apart from the male characters. I loved Final Space so much, so mad it got cancelled. Yeah! And they cancelled it right before the final season. Mental. Mental. Just let them finish it. Oh. Named my pet huntsman after a female comic book character, Anita Blake. Anita Blake. Did that because Anita is a vampire hunter and the huntsman protected me from mozzies. Nice, okay. Man-Eater Blake. Oh, Kenny. They finished it as a comic book. Did they? Oh, I'm going to need to track that down then. Because it had... Not only was it really funny, it also had a lot of heart to it. And it had David Tennant voicing a villain. I didn't even realize it was him at first. I was looking up the cast and I saw his name. I'm like, the fuck? David Tennant's in this? And I looked up who he was. He's playing like the primary antagonist. Like, he's so good as a villain. And it also had Keith David in it as a, I guess, a Cthulhuan god, or more or less. Puns are my favorite. I know. I love puns too. Final Space was one of the best pieces of animation in recent years. It really was. It was really, really good. Even the fluff episodes, like the filler episodes, were really good. And they had a plan for it from start to finish. It was planned. It was written. They weren't just going by the seat of their pants. It was written. And it was written really well. Especially for a cartoon. Oh, I was so upset when they cancelled it. Also, I only found out they'd cancelled it once I had finished the first season. And like, okay, cool, on to the second season. And as I started the second season, that's when I found out they'd cancelled it. And so the closer I got to the end of the second season, the more and more I was just like, I don't want to finish this because I know there's no more. Wait, was there 3 seasons? 2 seasons or 3 seasons? Hang on. Final Space seasons. 3 seasons. Yeah, there's 3 seasons. As I got towards the end of the 3rd season, it killed me. It killed me. 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb. 92% viewer score. Anyway. Anyway. Okay, let's put our lift right here. Yeah, we'll do a level 4. Yep. Love it when a show gets 92% from viewers and a critic metascore of 60. Yeah. Yeah. It's really interesting with movies and TV shows how there is such a vast difference, not all the time, but often, between critic scores and viewer scores, because the critics and the viewers are looking for and taking note of very different aspects of a piece of media. So many shows get cancelled before they can hit their stride these days that I'm starting to side with those that don't bother getting into a series till it's already done. I've got a few friends like that. I'll tell them about a show to watch and they'll be like, is it finished yet? Like, no. It's like, okay, tell me when it's finished. But Final Space didn't need to hit its stride. It was good from the start. Like, it hooks you solidly right at the start. Me with Game of Thrones, best decision of my life. Oh, dude. Game of Thrones. What a betrayal. That's how I am. I want to know there's a conclusive ending. I get that. I get that. Too many shows to watch. I like endings. Yeah, it's nice to know that a story is going to have a conclusion. It's nice to know that a story you're investing your time in will be wrapped up. So I get it. Poison Manny, Montana, Scarlet Mitch, Black Mando, Iron Man. So one of my all-time favorite sci-fi TV series ever is Farscape. Incredible show, really great, very cheesy because it's from the late 90s / early 2000s, and sci-fi then was just pure cheese, but it's really fun and endearing, and it's got Jim Henson Puppet Works puppets for all the aliens, and it's great. They got to the end of the 4th season. They had a plan for a 5th season that was going to wrap it up, and that's when the studio went, "No, you're not getting the numbers, we're cancelling." It's like, well, yeah, because you keep shifting them from 7 p.m. on a Friday to 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. Of course it's going to get bad ratings. Anyway, there was a groundswell movement to have it finished, and the producers of it were like, okay, if you guys can get us at least this much money, if we can gather at least that much, we can make a movie. Everyone's on board. Cast, crew, we have all the infrastructure still, we have all the space, we just need the money. And it was sort of gathering momentum little bit, but they still needed about 75% of the money. And just out of nowhere, an anonymous benefactor just gave the rest of the money. And so they did it. They made a movie to finish it. So Farscape is a finished IP, and it's great. What's the best ending, and why is it the dinosaur sitcom? Hey, you're not wrong. Breaking Bad ending was good. Breaking Bad's ending was fantastic. And then Better Call Saul just made Breaking Bad better. And Better Call Saul itself is better than Breaking Bad. Favorite sci-fi series is The Expanse, another one that got cancelled, which is criminal. Breaking Bad is legendary. It really is. Just want to say hi. Not staying here because I'm talking to a friend. Have a happy stream. Thank you, Tech. Have a nice day. Network. We sabotage your show with bad time slot, but it's your fault that the viewing dipped. Exactly. It's insane. Everyone knows what they're doing. It's just insane that they continue to lie as if no one knows that that's exactly what they're doing, you know? That's what really pisses me off. They're like, well, you didn't get the ratings. It's like, yeah, but you gave us shit time slots. It's like, yeah, but that's because you weren't getting the ratings. So it's like, no, just say it's because you have no faith in sci-fi. The Expanse ending reeked of, okay, wrap it all up in 3 episodes. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They were told they had X amount of budget left. They were cancelled. They had enough money left to do like a couple of episodes. Where they decided to end it was a good spot story-wise. I mean, they followed the books fairly closely, right? To the point where you can pretty much just pick up with the books, I believe. I haven't read the books, but this is what I've heard. The books were written in 3-story arcs, and the final arc gets kind of wild. Okay, interesting. I should read the books, because I really loved what there is of the series. With likely balloon production costs. I mean, that's kind of on them. If you're going to take on a project like that, be familiar with the source material and know what you're getting yourself in for, you know? That's a good point. It didn't crash like Game of Thrones, but the landing definitely broke the plane. That's a good line. The books are amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read them at some point. What's another good one? Oh my gosh, I just had it in my brain and now it's gone. It'll come to me. Oh, Stargate Universe. Panda, hello. I read some of the Expanse books so far and it's definitely worth it. I think I'll have to give it a shot. So, I'm a big Stargate fan. Loved Stargate SG-1. Stargate Atlantis was okay. Stargate Universe, I really liked. And a bunch of my friends who were into Stargate as well also really liked it. It was Stargate becoming more mature. Still kind of sci-fi cheesy, but shifting away from its roots and becoming a bit more mature while still feeling Stargatey. And then after a season, the network cancelled it. Just as the story was really kicking off. It's like, you bastards. So mad about Stargate Universe being cancelled. Yeah. The Expanse audiobooks narrated by Jefferson Mays are worth it too. Jefferson Mays. Is he one of the cast of the TV show? Doing a rewatch of Invincible because they released more. Oh, cool. I've not actually gotten into Invincible yet. I keep meaning to, but I don't have Amazon Prime. Oh, daisy chaining these things. Game changer. Game changer. I don't like that they ever so slightly clip with the top there, but I can live with that. I can live with that. I've got to do a rewatch of Farscape actually. It's been too long. As far as I know, he wasn't in the show, but he does a fantastic job with the voice acting of the characters. Okay. That might be the way then. That might be the way, because I can listen to audiobooks while I drive or while I work or while I edit or what have you. But how you doing, Panda? How's your day going? Actually, it's like really early morning for you, right? Speaking of The Expanse, I really miss the podcast Ty and that guy. Ty Frank Writer and Wes Chatham Amos. Oh, interesting. Okay. I am getting to the end of one of my current podcast obsessions, so I need a new one. Maybe that'd be the way to go. So damn good. I'd listen to the audiobooks while working and yes, focusing on the books more than work. It's fair, really. Who cares about work? Alright, so our copper's going to come in here. Copper ingots going up there. These are all our iron production-y things. Our copper's going up here. It's going to make copper wire. 2 lines of copper wire going into these to make cable. Cable goes out there. Okay. It's like 11:30 a.m. Oh, right, okay. Doing good, thank you. Drinking coffee, thinking about what I'm going to have for lunch. Ooh, what are you going to have for lunch? I'm full. We had a decent dinner and some lovely desserts, including like grapes and chocolate mousse and stuff. So I'm utterly stuffed, but I could still happily think about food. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, Panda. Happy to be playing this and streaming this. If you like Firefly, then the podcast Once We Were Spacemen is pretty good. Nathan Fillion, Alan Tudyk. Ooh. Yeah, okay. I should check that one out. Either egg and toast or a fish finger sandwich. Both solid choices. Both absolutely solid choices. How do you do your egg for egg and toast? Is it like a boiled egg that you then shell, or is it fried egg? Is it scrambled egg? How do you have your eggs on toast? Right, so all this extra room, I don't quite know what I'm going to do with this. I suppose I could make the place a bit more compact and have some of the iron production here. Is what actually... What am I doing with iron? So I need all those. A single belt can feed both. So that's good. A single belt could feed each of these. So actually that could be split in half, make, what's that, 13? 12 and a half? 12 and a half either side. And 11 and a half either side. Also, I just want to say the Expanse books have some top-tier titles. Leviathan Wakes is such a badass title. That is. Sorry, I wasn't really listening for a bit, but I heard Firefly. Apparently that's getting continued. Yes, an animated series, yeah. Yeah, the cast have all come back to do an animated series. Scrambled or fried usually. I do like a good dippy boiled egg though. Ooh, yeah, me too. I tend to do fried just because it's quicker, but a good dippy egg for toast soldiers. Very good. All the titles hint at the theme or are analogous to the theme of the plot for the book. Sorry, I'm nerding out. Hey, dude, don't apologize. You're in the right place. Okay, so that's not enough space to do all the iron stuff. So I think I'll go back to my original plan, do all the iron stuff on the next floor. So, actually, why I ask, Panda, is if you are in the mood to try something new. Let's see if I can find this recipe that I've done. It'd help if I could remember what it was called. Hang on. If you want to save some time boiling eggs, cold water, lid closed, 4 minutes once water is boiling, waxy egg. Apparently Americans wait for it to boil with the lid open and then put it in for 7 minutes. Who has that much time? Ma'am, this is a map store. I thought this was a Wendy's. Yeah, we've tried a lot of different methods for boiling eggs to varying degrees of success. Where was this recipe? I know I've got it here somewhere. Oh, yep, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. Okay. All right, where's the one I used specifically? Because it was really solid. That one? Just boil the water in the kettle first. Yeah, we usually do that too. But our stovetop is really old and crap, so it takes forever to bring the water to the boil, so we just boil it in the kettle. Okay, yes, so. Don't group all of us Americans together. Don't bother boiling eggs anymore. I use one of the specialized egg maker thingies. Whatever works, you know? Have a gas hob, I'm impatient. So, I'm probably going to mispronounce this, but it's Schleb or Kleb Jashku. I'm definitely mispronouncing that. Basically, you get some slices of bread. You get your eggs. If you're having, 2 pieces of toast and get 2 eggs, crack the eggs in a wide flat dish and add in tamari if you have it. If not, light soy sauce, salt, pepper, oregano, and basil. Mix that all together and soak the bread in it, and then pan fry the bread. It's kind of like a savory French toast, kind of. And it is phenomenal. Eggs are gross. You don't like eggs, Garden? Oh, not for everybody. I'll have yours. Definitely use a lid as a strainer because I'm too lazy to get the strainer. Apparently you grouping Americans together is the trigger statement to wake me up. Hello, Shelley. Good morning. That sounds nice. Can you type what it's called? I can certainly try. It's one of those things that there's a bunch of different versions of the recipe. There it is in chat. There's a bunch of different versions of the recipe, and it's really like the base of it is your egg, salt, pepper, basil, oregano in the dish and soaking the bread in it. You can then really change it up how you want. Tamari, probably ketchup menace would work as well. Soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce might work if you want something really savory. What did you call me? I'm not a schleb. No, not you. The toast. The toast, man. The toast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Polish for bread in egg. I thought so. I thought that's what that meant. Sounds like a Jedi name, but like not a good Jedi. A Jedi flunked out of the academy. Game music, slight crackle while you're doing nothing. I could hear it. Yeah, I've got the game audio monitor on, so I can actually hear it. What did you just call Worcestershire sauce? Worcestershire sauce. Sorry, Worcestershire. Is that better? That's now my D&D character name. What, Schleb? That's a good name. Fine, upstanding character. Neither was good. How dare. How dare. My favorite is wash your sister's sauce. I love calling it Worcestershire because that's just really funny to me. Like Benedict Cumberbatch's cucumber cummerbund. Waso Shishishimaya. Wash your sister sauce. You shouldn't be washing your sister. That is fair and valid, unless, you know, your sister is an infant and you're helping your parents. It's probably the only instance in which it's okay. Benadryl Crime Land. I love all the silly versions of his name. When Cumberbatch, I almost called him Cummerbund just automatically. When Cumberbatch did that Penguin documentary, yeah, Penguin. He called them like 4 or 5 different things, but Penguin was the most common, and no one said anything to him. Penguins. He's even said in interviews when he's been asked about that, he's like, I didn't realize I was saying it wrong. No one on the crew told me. Phonetics is peak comedy. It is. It is. Like, chocolate ice cream. My favorite alternative pronunciation of chocolate ice cream is chocolate ikekriem. It just put all the wrong emphasis on all the wrong syllables. Or ambulance becomes amibulonque. Escape! It was just that he kept changing the pronunciation that made it hysterical. Yeah, and he didn't even realize he was doing that. Chalky bald mean? Chalky bald mean. Chalky bald. Kenny, you're gonna have to help me out here. What is that one? Oh, chocolate ice cream. Okay. There's an entire card game built around this principle too. I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head, but basically you take it in turns going around the circle to hold up a card that has a phrase on it. And everyone has to try and be the first to guess and yell out what that phrase is actually meant to be, because it's like it's all the wrong words, but it's words that if you say them the right way, the sound will be of the correct sentence. If I'm explaining that well. Probably not. And it's really funny. Though I can't play it with my mates' kids anymore because they have played it so much, they've basically memorized every single card. And so they see one and they instantly know what it is. Context with the strength of Hercules to have 2 messages linked. Chalky baldmean and chocolate ice cream somehow come together. Yeah, context is great. Actually, what is that game? I don't think I'm searching for it very well. Tonight I'll be streaming Burger Bands 3 with friends. Yes, you will. Okay, so that's that. And that's... This is the iron floor. Very good. Chocolate ikekriem. I could actually, like, take this chunk out and have it be an interesting focal point for the building. Earlier in the year, we were streaming Wrong Light Year Fart Warmer Foldy K. Yeah, that's the kind of idea. Yeah, that's the idea. And she's really going to bother me. Oh, Incoherent. That's what the game's called. Incoherent. Board game. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Incoherent. A general rating of 5.4? What? Okay. Clearly it hasn't found its audience, but it's very good. It's that if you want to check it out. It is definitely the kind of game that the more often you play it, the more it becomes a race for people to remember and shout out what they remember the cards say instead of trying to work it out at the time. It's a great one to play with people who've never played it before. And you can play it in teams as well. Let's see if I can find a example of something from it. No, it's all locked down tight. So we've got an ad break coming in 4 minutes. Earth, Wind and Shire. Is that just meant to be Earth, Wind and Fire, or is it even deeper than that? Okay, so these and these, they're each going to have 1 belt worth. Do you remember? What do I remember? I don't remember what I remember. I can fit all this on 1 floor. That's going to be the interesting one. That's going to have to be 2 belts. So I think if we have that input in the middle and they go to the outwards. May as well do the same with them as well, just because I can. Oh, dear. I do remember the 21st night of September, yes. Okay. Alright, so 20... 11. 11 and a half. 22 and a half. Times like these that I wish I remembered what my mother taught me. What did she say? I don't know, I wasn't listening. It's times like these I look back on the fantastic advice I was given by my mentor. I don't remember what it was, but
Nifty! They are nifty. They're nifty gifties.
it was good at the time. Lando, my dude, 10 gift subs. Thank you so much. How you doing, man? What's cracking? Let's see who got them. Barnett, Mort. Mort was just in here. Platinum Ghost, seen them around. Noctis. Noctis came in on the raid from Bexplore. Guitar Freak. Oh, haven't seen him in a while. Vendetta got one. Warjeebus got one. Rosalie, Iben, Ein. I'm not familiar with them. And Dr. Marmot. They've been in here recently as well. Very nice. It's the Lando. It is the Lando. Lando, my friend, how are you going today / tonight? What was I doing? Okay, we're going to start them down this end, because the copper starts at this end, right? If I do it that end, then... makes sense to me. Right, so Dumia. Dumia. Constructors. Yes, 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 yes. So we're going to need to go for central supply. To improve my grumpy morning mood, I'm going to go get some breakfast tacos. Very good idea, Vendetta. Very good idea. Enjoy. Okay, so it's going to be 12 and a half per side. So 13 per side. Wait, why isn't this visit a 5 out of 5 streak? D&D stream was elsewhere. Yes, it was. Yeah. Also, ad break. Be right back. Hello everybody, thank you for your patience. I'm well, just came back from Sony's PlayStation Sydney office. I got my hands on the upcoming Wolverine game. Ooh, among other stuff I got to see behind closed doors that's coming later this year. Nice. With huge jacked man. This is coming from the epic overload of gaming goodness. I've only been to 2 of those types of events, and one of them was for the launch of Assassin's Creed 2. So I got to go to the black launch of Assassin's Creed 2. That was really cool. But what was really funny, right? I went with Pyro, and what was really funny is I hadn't played the first Assassin's Creed game. I didn't know how to play Assassin's Creed. And they just had all these PlayStations set up around the room where you could play it. And I'm like, okay, just trying to figure out how to do stuff, because they skipped you ahead past the tutorial and you were just in the main Venice? I think Venice? The main city. The main city in Assassin's Creed 2. And I had no idea what I was doing. And I must look like a total nong just running into buildings trying to figure out how to climb up them. I had no idea. It's really funny. You mean huge jacked man? Hello, Platinum. How you doing? What was this for? This was for screws, wasn't it? Was I doing the alternate? Am I doing the alternate recipe? I'm doing... yeah, cast screws. Cast screws. How's your factory going? It's going really well, Platinum. It's going really, really well. Right now, specifically, I'm working on a factory that is going to be producing crystal oscillators. It's going to be producing just crystal oscillators. We're going to get our quartz from over there, copper and iron from nearby. We'll just bring it all to this structure, make them here. Going to give you updates via DM what I saw. Please do. Also, thank you for the personal subscription. Thanks, Lando. I appreciate you, man. Okay, so we're doing a single input, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, single input of iron ingots. And this needs to be 25. So 2 rows of... I can do one of 12 and one of 13. That's probably easier. Like Capsicums and Beck streams. You broke her. You broke her tonight. That was so funny. You absolutely broke her. Actually, how many did I do on that side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Cool. Okay. To be fair, she had a brain off playing a puzzle game. Yeah. She was very tired, very emotional, and playing a really complicated puzzle game. You broke her. Okay, we can get rid of that one, and boom, we've got 12. Good. Okay. Spalitta. Well, we'll have the input come from here. I wonder. Dang it. Ugh, that's so disappointing. Okay, well, fine. Need to have that one go to there. Okay. Also, everybody, if you're not aware, Lando streams as well. And he's been streaming a lot of, what's it called? Crimson Desert lately. So if you want to check that out, if you want a stream where you can just hang out and turn off your brain for a bit, and just hang out with Lando while he plays these games. Go check out Lando. He's a good bean. He's a good bean. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you too. I appreciate you too. I would, but Lando usually starts a little too late for me. Yeah, Lando usually starts about now-ish. He either starts about now-ish and goes till like my midnight, or he starts at like midday. He's all over the place. But lovely lad, always worth hanging out with. Okay, so that's those. Well, may as well do the whole thing. Yeah. Right, so this is going to be... Yes, the input can be level 4. Managed democracy forever. Man, you are committed. You are committed, N4K. You are committed. I'll give you that. Lando here is a big fan of managed democracy. Actually, Lando, I think you, myself, Shelley, and Rob need to get together and play Helldivers together. Because I don't think you and I have ever actually played it. That'll be a blast? Good, alright. Well, we'll work that out with those two. because you and I need to play some Helldivers, because we never have. And Shelley loves it. And Rob is such a GC. So I think that'd be really good. What's a GC? It's a good cunt. You know, someone who's really awesome. Somebody who's a great mate, you know. Sounds like a plan? Cool. Alright. I'll talk to those two and we'll work out when we can do it. Oh my god, the autosave boost. Hashtag blame Rob. Exactly. Yeah. Lando, how you going with Crimson Desert? How far have you gotten in it? I mean, I know that's almost impossible to tell since there's no story and the world is massive. Do. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, Mark V belt should be able to handle that. Up to chapter 7 in the story, just now left the starting area after 65 hours. Holy crap. Holy crap. I remember you showing me the map too, and it's just like absurdly big. Get rid of all of that trash out of my inventory, because who needs that, right? Okay. Huge. Yeah, it's ginormous. Like, unfathomably big. And I could tell clearly the devs just went, okay, cool. Instead of making a carefully crafted multi-chapter story that travels the whole world, instead we'll put all that time into building one giant world. And I get the impression the devs were possibly old Bethesda fans, because old Bethesda games, especially around the time of like Fallout 3 and even Fallout 4, had a lot of just like stories told through environments. Environmental storytelling, that's it. No quest tied to it. No one pointing it out. Just like a tableau that you find that tells a story. And I get the impression that there's a lot of that going on in Crimson Desert. Okay, so it's these. What's next is iron plates. Okay. Yeah, we do that as a single. No, we do it as 2 lanes. 2 lanes into 1. Instead of 1 into 2. Oh, wait. Have I buggered this up? No. This is 1 into 2, which is good. We do the same for the iron plates. 1 into 2. Yeah. It's because those are the parts that Pagliarulo and Howard don't mess with. Pagliarulo, who's that? Is he Bethesda person? Actually, what's going to be making those? Oh, it's both. Okay, both go into the plates. Interesting. That's going to be... It's fine, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So... 22, 11. So let's go 11 and 12. Okay. Exactly, but the weird thing is the quests themselves have interesting stories within them, which gets you moving about the map and really good in some parts. The head writer at Bethesda. I see. Okay. Okay. It's actually one of my favorite parts of Bethesda games is finding little bits of environmental storytelling and figuring out what happened there. It's always very satisfying because they used to do it really, really well. Alright, Constructor. Constructor? I hardly know her. And how much space we got over here? Oh yeah, that's enough space. He's a high school or uni buddy of Todd Howard, but he's beyond incompetent. Is he? Oh no. Crimson Desert takes up another level in this. Takes it up another level in this game with environmental storytelling, and it's compelling. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it'll be enough space. That'll be enough space. Okay, we're going to start it here. Because then we'll have space. We'll have that there. We'll have another row there. Then we'll have the other machines lining up here. Yeah. We've got the space. Oh my god, what was this making? Iron plate. Jeez, oh man. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take care, Gum. Chat. Heading off. No worries, Greg. Oh, thanks for hanging out, man. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bethesda doesn't use what's called design documents, pretty standard way of organizing your designs. If you write a character, the design doc is the single source of truth about the character. So that's what you edit when you want to change something or need to get info about them. Pagliarulo doesn't believe in them, so nobody knows what the next person came up with, which is why you have so many disconnected lore bits that make no sense. Fantastic. What an idiot. Even bloody, like, TV shows employ those. Well, the TV shows that are written well, anyway. So that they don't contradict things they've already come up with. They don't accidentally change characters or change characters' backstories or whatever. Like, they'll have a lore bible for what they're doing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, good. 12 and 11, good. Okay, and we do it all again. Ooh, maybe I have these ones go the other way? So we have those go that way and those go that way. And then it's like... Or just single lines? No, it's going to have to be like a single line of those, but then multiple lines from this. No, it's multiple lines from those. I should have broken those up into packets. It'll be fine. I could rant for a bit longer about him, but he's got speeches on YouTube. Best to listen to the man himself and make up your own mind. Suffice to say, I'm not a fan. Oh, it's sounding like I probably won't be either. Oh dear. Okay, do I have it that go that way or that way? Because we're going to need to break these 2 belts up into 5. To feed the beast. So what are we doing? Yeah, 5 of them. I reckon about there be good. This is making... Oh, are we making the alternate? Are we making the alternate? It is... bolted iron plates. Yes, yes, we're making the alternate. Backward tacos. Nice. What have you got on them? Breakfast tacos? I assume like bacon and eggs or something, but I don't know. You might have something completely different in it. I think I know how I can do it. I think I know how I can do it. Brisket and egg. Ooh. I've never had brisket with egg. That actually does sound quite nice in a taco. Since I can, I'm going to give these ones a bit of space. Which I think might make it easier to distribute all the materials. Actually, honestly, it's been a while since I last had brisket. I think the last time I had brisket was at a Brazilian restaurant. Brazilian barbecue restaurant. Right, so... the plates are the easy one. It's only 450 per minute, and they're going to go on a single belt. That's the easy bit. Tricky bit's going to be the screws. Brisket isn't hard to find in Texas. No, I imagine it's not. I imagine it's not. So. Okay. Have a plan. Have a plan. I would love if this game had, first of all, belt balances, lane balances, but also the ability to give numbers to these things. Because you can have smart splitters, but they only let you assign either specific items or like main flow, overflow, that kind of thing. I want them to be numbers. It's like per minute allow through this amount. That'd be really handy. Well, we've got what we've got. So, if I grab my Mark V belt. Oh, hi Mark. So we'll come over here. And bring this one here. Why are you crooked? Why are you crooked? What? Why are you crooked? That's what she said. Wow. So it's going to have more than 250 over to there? Yeah, the overflow? Yes? Because it'd be 1250. $625. $250. Yeah, 250, 250, and then the remainder will go to there. So I'll hook that up to that. I know it needs to be a merger. Of course it needs to be a merger before the splitter. Before the splitter, because of course it does. Because we can't have nice things. Merger. We'll just pop it there for ease of access. The devs have specified they oppose adding the ability to designate throughput on splitters because it was retract from one of the core aspects of the game, which is figuring out load managing. It would simplify the game too much. I understand. However, people are free to not use those tools if they don't want to. Quality of life, quality of gameplay, enjoyment, I think, should be more important. Especially, which is fair, but I agree it would be very nice to see set the throughput when you get into these weird fractions of items. Yeah, exactly. Especially since I lean towards load balancers rather than pure manifold. Manifolding gets really tricky because, honestly, I think one of the big problems with manifolding is because we lack load balancers, because we lack the ability to designate values outside of the machines themselves, manifolding doesn't work very well in certain circumstances. So just let us have the tools. Maybe there's a mod for that. There almost definitely would be a mod for that. There's mods for everything the devs have refused to add to this game. That's where the devs take cover behind mods. Yeah, but I mean, just like, how about prioritizing making the game enjoyable? Also, that doesn't make sense in the context of the game world. If we have the ability to manifold the machines, why do we not have the ability to manifold anything else? It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? They also said in the past they wouldn't do daisy chaining, so if enough the community demands it, it's a possibility. And we have daisy chaining now, which I don't understand why that was so abhorrent to them, because that is the single most tedious part of this game, hooking up power to everything. That is not fun, it's not challenging, it's just tedious. I need a nap. Good luck not electrocuting yourself on a conveyor belt. Thanks, Kenny. Have a good nap, mate. Since they introduced priority merger, you can do any number balancer in vanilla with the priority merger. I see no numbers. I see no numbers. Okay, so it's going to be that one, and then that'll merge into that. That'll take the rest to those three, which I have the leftover from this. This should, in theory, work. In theory. Right. We only use priority mergers for machines that have a waste product. I generally use smart splitters for that. Or just like on every single item that I produce, I've got where it's going. Like I've got a smart splitter. and it prioritizes where I need it to go. But if that backs up, it then goes to another smart splitter, which goes between void storage and sync. So once where I need it is full, it goes to void storage. Once void storage is full, it goes to sync. Decided on the savory French toast for lunch, and it's so good. Thank you for the suggestion. You're welcome. I'm so glad you tried it. It's really good, right? I learned about that recipe like, I don't know, 5 months ago, 6 months ago, something like that. It's also really good if you've got some fresh basil, a couple of fresh basil leaves on top as you're eating it, and even like a little sprinkling of sea salt. Really good. But yeah, highly adjustable kind of recipe. I'm going to try it with some paprika next time I do it. But I'm so glad you tried it and you like it. That's great. Food is a wonderful thing. Ooh. Is the audio going crunchy for you guys? Because I heard a lot of crackle. You know what? Let's just mute the game audio for a moment while I do this next bit. You'll get to hear how poorly I've set up my mic, but at least the game audio won't be crunching at you. Didn't notice any snap, crackle, or pop? Oh, good. Okay, maybe it's just on my end I heard it. Well, let's turn it back on then. Boom, boom. Bum, 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 bum. Panda, are you streaming today? Soon? Didn't notice anything, but I'm eating, so... Hey, that's good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Wait, what did I put there? Splitters. Yeah, that's good. That's what I wanted. Yep. Not today? Okay. Honestly, I have been watching your Stationeer streams with delight, Panda, because the last time I played, which was admittedly quite a while ago, I really want to get back into it, but the learning curve of relearning everything is kind of putting me off a bit. So I'm enjoying it through your streams. And you've gotten so much further than I ever did in a short amount of time, because I get really hung up on little details and just waste a lot of time on little stuff that I don't need to worry about. So I've been enjoying your streams of that game. So merger, yep, good. So how many of these? Oh yeah, only 450, so I can actually merge these into a single lane. Yeah, cool, we'll do that. That'll be simple. That'll be nice and simple. Gonna be taking a break from Stationeers for a bit. Probably will return after I've played some other games and done some research. It's a lot to learn live on stream. It really is. It really is. I did stream it once, I think, when I was very early on in learning it. And it was one of the rare times where I basically just told the audience, like, I told the viewers, just listen. I don't care about backseating right now. Just tell me stuff. You know, just help me learn. It was a big help with that game. Most of the time, Most of the time. I'm more like you. I don't want to be backseated in games like that. I want to learn it for myself as I go. But I was finding Stationeers so overwhelming with the sheer amount of knowledge to learn. I was just like, yeah, guys, yep. There were a few people in chat who I'd never seen before. They specifically came to chat because I was playing that game. And it's like, well, you guys clearly know what you're doing with this game. So what have I done wrong with this? Tell me what to do. And I did a whole lot of research off stream as well, and I had a really good time with it. I think it's definitely a game I'll go back to eventually. Actually, honestly, seeing you launch the rocket last night, that's what really makes me want to get back into it. 'Cause I never got that far. I never got to even building a rocket, let alone launching it. Okay, so that's input. These are outputs. Yep. Had to ask people not to backseat unless I asked, because when I was learning solar tracking with logic chips, they started telling me about all sorts of other ways, including the IC10, etc. It was so overwhelming. Yeah, it definitely gets overwhelming, that game. I totally understand why you approach it the way you do with regards to backseating. The solar tracking with logic chips, that is something I did off stream, and I just did heaps of research on it and spent a few hours getting it to work. Very satisfying once it works. And then comes learning to scale it up as you add more solar panels. The rocket was easier than it seems. There's so many options. All the tutorials give too much info. Yeah, I have noticed with Stationeers, a lot of the guides that are on YouTube are made by people who are assuming you already have a certain amount of knowledge. I think there is a hole in the market, so to speak, for tutorials for games like Stationeers that are made to be much simpler. I think there's definitely room for that. Okay, that's those set up. So now, oh right, I should do that other belt over here before I forget. That daisy chain power, it's so good. Oh, it's so good, Panda. It's so good. Oh, especially now that I've got down pat, you know, the method of connecting it all quickly. Alright, that should do it for the screws. Now I just need to set up for the plates. I think we'll merge these. We'll definitely merge these. Haven't upgraded to 1.2 yet. Excited for it to be fully released. Don't want to break my complete stable server. That is very fair. That is very fair. I took the risk. I did back up my game. I did back up my game before updating to 1.2. But I took the chance. And this. Oh, you bastard. I thought I'd raised that up high enough that that wouldn't happen. Clearly I did not. Oh well, is that close enough I can do this? It is. Done. Also, what we were talking about earlier about like quality of life stuff in this that the devs refuse to add for, you know, challenge reasons or whatever. That right there is the difference between the Factorio devs and the Satisfactory devs. The Factorio devs, community goes, hey, we'd love to have this. Factorio devs went, cool, done. You've got it. Satisfactory devs, community goes, hey, we'd love to have this. The devs go, no. No. That's not in the spirit of how we want you to play this game, so no. It's interesting. Like, they have a very specific idea for this game in mind. And they don't want to deviate too far from that idea. It's, you know, it's their game. They can dictate that. It's just like, come on. Quality of life. See now, daisy chaining with these doesn't work. I mean, you could do it, but it passes through the machine, and that's really ugly. They seem to be inconsistent in what features they keep or implement into the game. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing. They are quite inconsistent with what they will actually say yes to that the community asks for. It's more of a if you want it, mod it. I guess. I'm not a big fan of modding games. Because, and it's funny considering what I was just saying, I prefer to play games in the way intended by the devs. I know that's incongruous with what I was just saying, but that's kind of how I feel with them. And so I want the mods to be in it. But moreover, I don't like using mods because if the mod stops being supported by the person who made it, then boom, you've lost whatever that is. And if that breaks your game, you've lost the game. If the devs make an update to the game that renders that mod unusable and the mod creator never fixes it, you've lost whatever that thing was. And I really don't like that. Okay, I'm done. Manually made a terminal-based user interface with N cursors and then made an HTTP request with raw sockets. Can now enter URL and it displays the HTML that I get back from there. Nice. What is the purpose of this, Odo? Was it just for fun, or have you got something in mind for this? It's really annoying. It is, Paul. It is annoying. That's why I tend to, if I do mod a game, I tend to only do cosmetic or quality of life mods. I don't do anything major because I don't want to just lose it all. Primitive web browser I talked about. Oh, I'm very familiar. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was writing websites in HTML. Taught myself. Mostly quality of life mods for me. Yeah. Still jank as hell. My text window can't scroll yet, and if I look at it wrong, it'll segfault. Oh no. Oh, I understand. I'm the same. I try it their way, then mod it later if I really find it annoying. Usually stick to lightweight mods. Yes, exactly. In contrast to that, my friend Felix, he loves Valheim, right? I love Valheim as well. He loves Valheim. He has a mod pack of 72 mods for Valheim. Some of it's quality of life, some of it's extra content, some of it's this, that, the other. It's like, yeah, 72. 72 at last count. it was 75, but 3 of them were completely broken, so we had to pare down back to 72. It's so worth it, though. Crimson Desert needs an expanded inventory mod. Crimson Desert is the kind of game that I could see myself modding a lot, because I wouldn't be worried about losing it so much, because it's not a story-based game and it's not a factory game and that kind of thing. My friend bought and installed Factorio, then downloaded 80 mods, then started playing. That's the other thing, right? I would rather play a game as intended as much as possible until I either get bored or complete it, and then start using mods that change it. I want to play it as intended first. They've added so much, they're probably working on it. Very likely, yeah. Problem with Crimson Desert is you need to reapply them after every patch. Yeah. That, I don't like having to do that. It's another reason why I don't do modding all that much, because I'm lazy. What was this? This is copper cable, which is needed for top floor. Okay. Alright, need to get the iron up there. Oh, actually, hang on. Yes, I need 2 outputs of iron. 16751312.5 32 33. What did I do with these exactly? I did 2 rows for the iron, didn't I? Yeah, I did. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. I probably should have broken it up differently, because these carry 780. Copper cable. I hardly know cable. Also lazy. I mean, there's laziness and there's efficiency. You know, it's like, well, I could mod this game, or I could just play it as it is. 780. Okay. I have a plan. Do I, though? Reapplying the expanded inventory mod in Crimson Desert is less effort than going back to camp to stash my stuff after every other encounter. That's fair. That's fair. Like, I'm not against mods inherently, you know. I'm not here saying, hey, you shouldn't mod games. Whatever helps you get enjoyment out of the game, do it. Who cares? I'm just an advocate for playing it the way it was intended first, so you really understand what you're changing about it. But again, do what you want. Do what you enjoy. Just play it and complain about it anyway. Are you sure they're not British? My family heritage is Irish, Welsh, and Scandinavian as the majority. Thanks, Garden. I try to keep games as vanilla as possible, but some things, you know, yeah, I understand. I did recently start a new save of Valheim with Felix and a couple of other friends, and Bexplore was one of them, and Bexplore specifically was like, okay, can we just do this as a vanilla run? Just as vanilla as possible. And Felix like, fine, we can do that. And Felix and I started just to get the main base started. And as we were going along, it's like, oh, it would actually be really nice to have this again. So we added in that one mod. It's like, oh, you know, it would really be nice to have this quality of life thing. Expanded skills and food barrels. It's like, all right, we'll add those back in. By the time Bex actually got around to joining us, we had, I think, eight mods, and we've stopped there. Stopped at 8. We've stopped at 8. Speaking of Valheim, I'm playing Windrose Fun so far. Yeah, I played the demo. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I find it really funny the people who are like, who go into it thinking it's going to be, come on, brain. The other pirate game, the other big pirate game. Oh my god. Sea of Thieves, that's it. Thanks, Odo. Yep, thanks, Garden. Sea of Thieves. People going into Windrose and then being disappointed because it's not like Sea of Thieves. It's like, yeah, it was never marketed as Sea of Thieves. It's Valheim but pirates. That's what you're getting into, not Sea of Thieves. I don't mod, I don't look at guides. I play the game as is, and if I don't like it, I play something else. Fair enough. Fair enough. And so, have I actually made a huge mistake? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 by 30. Oh, okay. Each row is going to produce 510. That's okay then. That's okay then. I can go back to my other idea. Some games need guides, like Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. Some games really need guides. Or at the bare minimum, some kind of tutorial to tell you what the fuck you're meant to be doing. Okay, so the plates need the most. Plates need the most. And what is beneath here? Nothing. Good. Good, good, good. Like the old point-and-click adventure games, like King's Quest. King's Quest, holy crap, the original King's Quest games. Without a guide, you'd have no idea what you're doing. At all. You know, there's this really cool thing in Vintage Story called the in-game guidebook. Perfect example of a game that absolutely needs a guide and has one built in. Perfect example. Came out during a time where there were no guides, so I never beat it. Yeah. I love Vintage Story, and I recognize that it would be almost unplayable without the internal game guide. Stationeers has a wiki built in some cases it is not helpful. Yeah, the wiki built in... the built-in wiki in Stationeers is a very interesting beast. Because when I first started playing that game several years ago, the in-game guide was so hilariously out of date, almost half the information in it was unusable. Like, for example, I followed the in-game guide on how to set up the better furnace. And using the in-game guide, big fiery loud explosion. I looked online, I went to the Discord, and from the Discord I got the correct information on how to set up the furnace. And it didn't explode. I had to write to the Sierra Tip hotline. Oh, I got the Sierra Tip hotline. Dude. To beat Conquest of Camelot. Couldn't figure out how to get past the muggers in Gaza. Waited 5 weeks for a response. Turns out just had to give them my money. Why didn't I think of that? Who knows? I remember those tip lines. Man. Kids these days. They'll never experience those tip lines. There are just some things which have no description at all. It's really frustrating. Yeah. You're 11 years old. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. For a while, Panda, there was like the Bible for stationeers, and it was a completely fan-made thing. Even the wiki was desperately out of date, but there was this fan-made file that had all material tolerances. It had everything you needed for recipes, for smelting. It had all the gas things. It had all temperature things. Very useful. It was essentially essential. It was essential to play the game to use that pack. And, you know, so many people like myself in the Discord were just like, why isn't this the wiki? Why is the wiki managed by the devs themselves so hilariously out of date and wrong? Why not just make this pack of information the wiki? Baffling. I have a tutorial for the furnace now. Is pretty helpful. Is it out of date now? No, the one that you're using now is most likely in date and accurate. The one I used was, I don't know, 3 years ago? 3 years ago? 4 years ago? Very wrong. Very wrong information. In Conquest of Camelot, you are King Arthur. You have a sword. In the entire game, you only need to draw it once. Well, I suppose, you know, a good king isn't going to need to stab anybody, is he? It's good to be here again. Got to go make food, get kendo practice later, and not doing that on an empty stomach. Fair enough, Odo. I'm actually going to end stream quite soon anyway, but it's been great seeing you again. Thank you for hanging out. It's been lovely. I hope you have a good day at kendo. Shoop. There. Great game, by the way. What, Conquest of Camelot? I remember playing it. I remember nothing about it. But I know that I played it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna need yeah. So we're gonna need to split. Yes. Played it on an old PC with CGA graphics. That's something I haven't thought about in decades. PC motherboard speakers. Not even with a sound card. I go to bed now. Good night, Garden. Thank you for hanging out. Talk to you soon, I'm sure. I'm just going to snooze this first ad break. So, if I have all of these going to this, and then all of these going to that, but also not going to need all of this to go to that. So I have the excess go from there to there. That will give this one everything it needs. Easy peasy. 'Tis inevitable. It is, Garden, it is. I hope you sleep well. So, if I have this here, right? Where do I put it? Where do I put it? I'll put it like there. Should play it again. Maybe it's on GOG. It probably is, you know. They've got a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. There. We have that going to that. We have that go to there. It is on GOG? Ah, nice. The real trick is going to be getting it to work on modern hardware. So there's a couple of games that I would love to play again, such as SimCopter, which took SimCity 2000 worlds, maps, and made them 3D. Very early 3D wireframe stuff. And gave you helicopters. And you could fly around the cities that you had built. I loved SimCopter. It is on GOG. I have got it. But one of the little quirks of SimCopter is the animations run on internal clock speed. So the faster your CPU, the faster the animations. And these were made for CPUs. It was made for CPUs in the 90s. So I did get it to work, but the animations are just a blur. I've even tried running it in compatibility mode. It's just it doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. It just takes CPU clock speed for all the animations, and the animations are absurd. Maybe I need to like build a Win95 box for it or something. Get an old 386 CPU. Used to play Red Baron. Ah, Red Baron, I remember that one. On the Sierra network, later the Imagination network, your CPU speed would give you an advantage in PvP. People would often put their PC specs in their profile. 486, yeah, we had a 486. We had a 486. People with Pentium CPUs would dominate. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I wonder if there's a version of DOSBox that could emulate a 486. Or a Windows 95 shell that could emulate a 486. Still able to get number 1 on the PvP ladder and win a joystick in Sierra sponsored tournament. Well done! Nicely done! That's awesome. Wait, why is that turned around? Oh, game, what are you doing to me? Okay, this build is coming along quite well. We're basically at the point where we just need to hook all these up and do the final floor, basically. And then bring in the raw materials and then power it, and we're good. Your move was the wing over, where you purposefully steer upwards and stall your plane in order to speed up your turning speed to get behind my opponent. That, I mean, that's been the way with dogfighting for as long as dogfighting's been a thing. Whoever can win the turn war wins the dogfight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even in modern dogfights with modern fighter jets. I don't know that the building's going to need to be this square at the top floor, but we'll see. When I played War Thunder for the first time, I used the wing over and teammates were amazed. It's very effective, right? I've done that in War Thunder as well. Because it's all about... How'd you get out of that stall so quickly? Yeah, it's all about building the energy so you can then spend that energy and gain an advantage over your opponents. It's all physics. It's just physics. It's really cool. Red Baron skills, baby. Sierra taught me the ways. Alright, well, it is 10 o'clock. I should probably raid out. I'm just going to save this first. Okay. Let's see who's live. Good stream. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for hanging out, man. Always lovely to see you. Who are we gonna raid? Ooh, Sag's streaming. All right. Yeah, we're gonna raid Mr. Sag. And everybody, thank you very much for being here. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.